Hi, his name is Eminem, and he really doesn't like Donald Trump. The rapper unleashing a biting freestyle on BET's Hip Hop Awards, and it's not the first time he's attacked the U.S. president.
Whoa, hold on to your hats. Folks, things just got crazy. Imagine flipping on your TV and seeing Eminem spitting bars so brutal that even Trump couldn't keep his cool. Yeah, this actually went down live. Trump's reaction? Let's just say the internet is losing its mind. So, what did Eminem say that made Trump explode like a volcano? Stick around, because this is one showdown you do not want to miss.
Oh yeah. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not, but that's all I got till I come up with a solid. Got a plan and now I got a hatchet like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks.
The stage was set, cameras rolling, and the energy in the room was off the charts. But no one was ready for what was about to go down. Out of nowhere, Eminem took center stage, eyes blazing with intensity, and unleashed a lyrical attack on Donald J. Trump. No hints, no hidden messages, just straight up, raw bars fired directly at the former president. As the beat dropped, Eminem's flow was unstoppable. He tore into Trump's legacy, policies, and persona with the precision of a battle-hardened wordsmith, leaving no room for doubt this was a full-on lyrical takedown.
Play to his base that thinks that he cares about them, and it's actually the people that he cares about the fucking least. If you're talking about his core being, you know, a majority white middle class, what I don't understand is how in the fuck do you feel like you relate to a billionaire who has never known struggle his entire fucking...
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe. Social media exploded instantly. Clips spread like wildfire, sparking reactions from every corner of politics and entertainment. Some praised Eminem as a fearless truth-teller, while others accused him of going too far. Love him or hate him, one thing was certain. His words hit hard. Even the production team seemed caught off guard, unsure whether to cut away or let it all unfold. But Eminem was in total control, delivering every line with calculated fury. This wasn't just another rap, it was a reckoning.
People shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known.
As the final bar hit, the room fell silent for a split second. Then the crowd erupted. Eminem dropped the mic and stepped back, his message loud and clear. This wasn't just a performance, it was a cultural moment that people would analyze, debate, and remember for years. Once again, the rap god had made history, proving that his voice still holds undeniable power in both music and politics.
And Republicans alike, and that other guy, they had conventions, and they look cooler than this one. But so what? So what? I say to them. Excuse me. And what am I running for, you ask? I don't run from anything. That's the thing. I tackle the issues head on. And on this very night, in front of all of you, my supporters, I have a chance to compete. I am honored by your support and hereby accept your nomination for the candidate for the shady party and stuff.
Trump, sitting in his golden palace, probably mid-cheeseburger, had no clue his night was about to take a sharp turn. Maybe he was doom-scrolling Truth Social, fishing for praise or pushing voter fraud claims. Maybe he was admiring a fake Time magazine cover with his face on Mount Rushmore. Or maybe he was lost in thought, wondering why Diet Coke wasn't considered a vegetable. Whatever it was, his peace shattered when his phone buzzed. His eyes squinted, lips tightened, bad news. Eminem had stepped up, mic in hand, eyes locked on the camera like a predator sizing up its prey. No beat, no backup dancers, just one thing. An audience ready to watch him take down the former president. And then, he went off. This wasn't just a diss track. It was a public service announcement.
A kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust.
Verse after scorching verse of Eminem's more than 4.5-minute rap taking aim at the president.
Eminem let loose years of frustration, tearing into Trump's policies, his tweets, and whatever that thing on his head is. The crowd ate it up like an all-you-can-eat buffet in Vegas. Even the cameramen struggled to hold back laughter. This was brutal. For Trump, this was the worst. Maybe it was another indictment. Maybe someone dug up old Apprentice footage where he got fired. Or, worst of all, maybe a rivals rally pulled a bigger crowd. The Diet Coke bottle shook. The cheeseburger slipped from his grip. Total disaster. Fake news, he bellowed, making a Secret Service agent break into a cold sweat. Somewhere in the palace, Melania rolled over, mumbling, "Not again." His tiny thumbs went into overdrive, firing off an all-caps rant so messy even autocorrect gave up. But deep down, he knew this wasn't just a bad night. This was meme territory. And no amount of posts on Truth Social could stop the internet from doing what it does best, roasting him alive.
We are waiting to see if, at all, President Trump would respond to this new war of words not launched by a politician or a football player, but a rapper. Eminem lashed out against President Trump during the BET Hip Hop Awards last night. It was this 4.5-minute freestyle performance, and after he unleashed, he left his fans with an ultimatum: you are either with Eminem or you're with President.
Trump, of course, saw everything. His face turned an unnatural shade of orange-red like a sunburnt pumpkin that just found out it was getting deported. His signature pout tightened into a frown so intense it could probably seal a jar of expired Trump steaks. His tiny hands, so small they might just fit through prison bars if necessary, immediately grabbed his phone. The all-caps rage typing began. Eminem is a washed-up, no-talent loser. Fake news. Sad. His thumbs moved at lightning speed, a furious blur of typos and misspellings. If you looked closely, you might even see steam rising from his scalp, held together by hairspray, wishful thinking, and legal defenses. Meanwhile, in the background, Melania scrolled through her phone with the same level of enthusiasm as someone watching paint dry.
Eminem did a 4-minute freestyle rap criticizing Trump. Of course, the president isn't just going to ignore something like that. So today, Trump clapped back with a freestyle rap of his own. It's a clapback. Check this out.
Boom, 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 boom. Knock, knock. Bum, bum, bum. China. Bing, 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 bing. Bum, bum. Bing, bum. Ba, 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 ba. Hello. Hello. Hello.
It was unclear if Melania even noticed Trump's outburst, or if she was too busy Googling countries without extradition treaties for the 47th time. But Trump wasn't done. Oh no, he hates criticism almost as much as he hates paying taxes. Eminem had roasted him like a well-done Trump Tower steak, and he had to fight back in the most Trumpian way possible. First, he considered challenging Eminem to a rap battle, an 8 Mile style showdown. But then he remembered he can only rhyme great with great and huge with huge. Plan B? Sue Eminem. Because when Trump can't win an argument, he tries to drown it in lawsuits. His legal team, who were probably getting paid in McDonald's coupons by now, would have to prove that Eminem was guilty of something. Anything. But before he could act, Fox News picked up the story. And that's when the real chaos began.
You know, the reason they bring him out, and other people, they're bringing out all these other people. You know, nobody goes to their rallies. Nobody goes there. So you know what they do? They bring in so-called stars that I've never even heard of. You know, these are not stars to me. These are not stars to me, but they bring out some people.
But the internet lived for this moment. Twitter went into full meltdown mode. Instagram turned into a shrine of memes. And TikTok? TikTok transformed Eminem's diss into an entire movement. Kids were rapping it, grandmas were reacting to it, and some guy even remixed it into a lo-fi beats to destroy your political career to track. Meanwhile, over at Golden Toilet Estates, formerly known as Trump's Florida resort, the man himself was fuming. Pacing back and forth in his robe, Cheeto dust on his fingertips, he barked at his legal team like a reality show contestant, desperate for airtime. Can we sue for lyrical defamation? What about presidential slander? Can I sign an executive order to cancel Eminem's Spotify? His exhausted lawyers flipped through their law books, silently wondering if they could legally fake a Wi-Fi outage and make a run for it.
When I start talking about Trump, I get too flustered in my head, and the shit that I want to say, there's too many things I want to say at once. So sometimes I start talking and I'm not able to convey the message the right way because I just get flustered and frustrated watching.
And the diss, absolutely surgical. Eminem didn't just call out Trump's failures, he lined them up like a hit list. The overpriced steaks that tasted like soggy cardboard? Gone. The so-called university that scammed students worse than a rigged carnival game? Dismantled. The casinos? Oh, the casinos. Eminem torched the fact that Trump somehow managed to bankrupt a business designed to take other people's money. That's like setting fire to a bottle of water. Like getting lost in a one-room apartment. Like failing an open book test with the answers highlighted. Even Fox News struggled to spin it. Their host sat there scrambling for a defense better than "You Eminem is just jealous." But the damage was done. Eminem had won. The internet had already moved on. And somewhere in Florida, Trump was still trying to come up with a comeback that wasn't just sad.
Fuck Trump, the commander of grief. Bald bitch bureaucrat no better than a gutter rat. Builds a wall to make a slave nation. Create hate without debate like date rape when you're grape ape. Yeah, the home of the brave enslaved as we march to our graves.
Eminem torched Trump's Twitter addiction, saying he ran the country like a keyboard warrior still living in his mom's basement, fueled by Diet Coke and rage tweets. He mocked the time Trump awkwardly held a Bible upside down, staring at it like it was some foreign object, probably because it wasn't a McDonald's menu. And of course, he called out Trump's weird admiration for dictators, joking that the only wall he ever successfully built was the one between him and reality. Trump's inner circle immediately went into full panic mode. Advisors scrambled like they were trying to defuse a nuclear bomb, desperately trying to calm him down. But soothing Trump's ego? That's like telling a seagull to stop stealing fries. It's just not happening. His face turned redder than a MAGA hat. His tiny fingers clenched into fists, and his hair.
This Owen is funny, man. Watch this.
But we better give Obama props, because what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. And while the drama pops and he waits for shit to quiet down, he'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops.
Oh, hard! You heard him. We're gonna have a nuclear holocaust if Trump is president, and he'll fly his plane around till the bombing stops.
You can't make this up.
Well, let's just say his hair looked like it was trying to make a run for it. Trump wanted revenge. Not just any revenge, he wanted to clap back. So he called his staff and demanded someone write him a rap. That's right. Trump decided the best way to fight back was with a diss track. Imagine the horror in the room. Seasoned political aides, people with law degrees, policy experts, all watching their boss try to become the next Eminem, or more realistically, the next Vanilla Ice. "Sir, are you sure about this?" one brave soul asked, while the rest avoided eye contact. Of course, it's going to be huge. Better than Tupac. Better than Biggie. They call me T. Diddy, folks. I've got the best bars, believe me. Then he grabbed a napkin, scribbled what he thought were lyrics, and declared, "Drop the beat." Except there was no beat, just silence. His rhyme attempts? Tragic. Somehow he tried to make Nancy Pelosi rhyme with pepperoni and China with hyena. His staff knew this was a disaster. But could they stop him? Nope. Trump was about to drop the coldest diss track in presidential history.
I will say this, he talks a good one. And if you're in his base, you're a core, let's say you're going to the rallies or whatever, you watch him on TV, you hear him talking this shit, there's part of me that understands, like, all right, he's somehow still got them because he's brainwashing them into thinking that something great is gonna happen. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening.
The result? A total train wreck. His team did what any desperate campaign would do. They hired a ghostwriter. Because let's be real, Trump wasn't about to sit down and write bars himself. And then, in what can only be described as a historic act of self-sabotage, Trump actually tried to rap on camera. It was beyond horrifying. The beat was fighting for its life. The flow? Nowhere to be found. He sounded like a substitute teacher, awkwardly reading TikTok slang off a teleprompter. At one point, he even shouted, "Make rap great again," as if hip-hop had personally asked for his help. Somewhere, Abraham Lincoln's ghost face-palmed. George Washington let out a deep sigh. Even the Statue of Liberty turned away in shame. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, oh, it did. Midway through, Trump attempted a dance move that looked like a mix between a malfunctioning robot and a penguin on roller skates. His staff watched in stunned horror. Meanwhile, Drake was probably writing a diss track in real time. The video was so bad that even AI-generated rap battles refused to acknowledge it. Hip-hop officially filed a restraining order. And just like that, Trump's rap career ended before it even began.
He gets an enormous reaction when he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform for Nevada.
The rapper, who repeatedly calls Trump racist, also accusing the president of disrespecting the military.
Meanwhile, Eminem's diss spread faster than a conspiracy theory on Facebook. Even people who thought bars were just places that served drinks suddenly became rap analysts breaking down his rhymes like it was the Da Vinci Code. Late-night hosts had a field day. Colbert roasted Trump so hard his spray tan almost peeled off. Memes flooded the internet. Someone even edited 8 Mile, replacing Papa Doc with Trump, except instead of freezing up, he just kept repeating, "Tremendous," until the beat cut off. And then came the ultimate humiliation. Eminem didn't just destroy Trump with lyrics he challenged him to a rap battle. The internet lost its mind. Meanwhile, Trump? Instead of accepting, he ended up lashing out at Jimmy Kimmel, furiously tweeting like that was going to save him.
I just got a review, and has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less-than-average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed-up but cheap ABC talent, George Slopanopoulos. He would make everybody on stage look bigger, stronger, and more glamorous. Blah, blah, blah. Make America great again. Okay, now, see if you can guess which former president just posted that on Truth. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still... Isn't it past your jail time?
This wasn't just a diss, it was a career-ending, dignity-shattering, ego-crushing annihilation. Eminem verbally dunked on Trump so hard, even the NBA took notes. And while the rap god moved on with his life, Trump sat in his golden tower, seething, probably brainstorming ways to get Eminem deported. But the internet, it never forgets, and neither will Trump. Because deep down, past the ego, past the spray tan, in whatever hollow space his soul should be, he knows one thing. Whenever someone brings up Eminem, the world will remember the night he got absolutely destroyed on live TV.